Good morning, Infinity. Reverend Jeff Obafemi Carr here, welcoming you to the beginning of our service. It's Fifth Sunday. This is how we do it. We're excited to have you present in the space today. I encourage you at this moment, as we begin our sacred service today, to tag a friend. If you haven't subscribed to the button and you're watching us, or subscribe to the channel on YouTube, we encourage you to go ahead and click the subscribe button and the like, thumbs up video, share it with your friends. If you're on Facebook, go ahead and like the page. Do what you need to do. Start your party. Do whatever you do to call people to this fabulous Fifth Sunday. We've got a great Fifth Sunday lined up for you. We're going to kick off today with a little musical inspiration. So I'm going to call up behind me two little ones who I know, who I've been leaning on the last couple of weeks for their amazing gifts and talent. We call them the Carr sisters, Kamaria Carr, Kai Carr, and they're going to open us up with a song. So we hope that you enjoy it. Get yourself ready, get your coffee, get your tea, whatever you like, groove and sing along. Let's turn it over to the Carr sisters and see what they have for us today to warm us up on Fifth Sunday. Hallelujah. Y'all give up some snaps. Y'all give up some love for the Carr sisters singing that. Thank y'all, ladies. I appreciate that. Y'all gonna come back and sing a little something later? Okay, good. They're going to sing us a little something through the service and help us out. We got the voices in the space today. We want to thank you for joining us for the Infinity Fellowship this morning. So great to see your smiling faces, to see you in the chat box saying hello. Good morning to each and every one of you. We invite you to settle in now for the sacred service. Call the family in, call the friends in, call the watch parties in. Let's get this energy started right in this divine spiritual space. So we invite you into a space of stillness, into just a brief meditation so that we can begin to align our energy for today's service. As we center ourselves for today's service, I invite you to sit up in an upright position if you're seated, or if you're standing like me, to stand a little bit taller. Relax your shoulders down toward the ground and just allow yourself to breathe. Open the air passage. And let's not take for granted the gift of life today. In this moment, we begin, as we begin our days, with the gift of conscious breathing. It is the energy of life that flows through our system, animates us, and reminds us that we are still here. And as we are still in this, we are in this today to win this. Take a deep breath in, exhale and let it go. Allow your eyes to gently close as we welcome this magnetic vibration of love. And as we continue to breathe like this, deeply in and out, we give thanks in this gratitude moment for this field, this vibration of love energy. We give thanks to Divine Source in this moment together. Whatever we have been dealing with in the world up until this moment, we release it into the ether of understanding, the ether of divine intelligence, the ether of powerful energy, the unseen scene from which everything else manifests. As we breathe in this moment, we consciously invite the awareness of spirit and source around us now. As we rest in this field of vibrational love, as we rest in this field of divine wisdom and intelligence, we speak aloud our pronouncement of the understanding that God is always here. God is always present. God is always with us. As all eyes are now closed and all heads are all bowed, we invite all hearts to open in this moment. All wise, all powerful, all knowing, all loving God, God of our acceptance, God of our understanding, perceived by many names and yet known by one unique energy. We welcome you in this space today. I welcome you on behalf of the Infinity Fellowship in this divine space, this spiritual community that has pulled so many together from so many different paths. We recognize that all of those paths lead to you. And so we open today's wonderful, wonderful gathering with love. We open today's gathering with celebration. We open today's gathering with gratitude and thanksgiving. Thank you for those who came today. Thank you for those who are watching on the replay. Thank you for the individuals and the families who are gathered here today, who gather here every Sunday to adopt the spiritual practices that keep them in alignment. Thank you for 2021. And as we come upon this Memorial Day, recognizing those who came before, who sacrificed that we might have a better life, we remember that you are present always with us in everything we do. Thank you for the gift of a divine purpose. Thank you for those who have found alignment with what they were born to do. And we are speaking that something is said in today's service. Something is said in today's gathering. Something is shared in a song. Something is remembered in a poem. Something is moved in a dance that just reminds everyone that all is well right now. So we open this celebration in celebration. We open it with the good feeling energy of knowing that we are at rest in your love, in your abundant power, that you got us here today. That we may have had a struggle last night. We may have had some problems this morning, but we have reached this place in love. We have reached this place in togetherness. We have reached this place in alignment. So we pronounce power upon those who are watching today. We pronounce manifestation upon those who are watching today. We pronounce it on those who will watch it on a replay later. Traveling graces and power to those who are moving right now and watching us in the car, listening to us in their pods. We give thanks for this community, and we speak today that we rest in this knowledge and understanding that we are loved and protected by you. Deep breath in. Exhale to release. For these things and other things that we cannot put into words, but we express them as love and gratitude, we say thank you, and so it is. Amen. Amen. Hotep. Shalom. Namaste. Ashe. As we come into this consciousness now, we continue our service with the pouring of libations. In a moment, I'm going to step to the altar behind me, and we're going to pour out water representing the living into the earth that represent what happens to this physical body when we go, but it also represents what happens to those who have walked before us. And I know that if you're like me, you recognize that you didn't get here all by yourself. There were times when you were struggling when someone looked out for you. There were times when you were struggling when somebody did not look out for you, and that made you stronger. I watched a 2019 valedictorian high school speech, and the valedictorian thanked the counselor, the school counselor, for not paying attention to her because it made her fend for herself. She thanked the teacher for not telling her about the scholarship deadlines until the day before because it made her resilient. And while it was somewhat humorous, it did teach a lesson, and that is that everybody who came before may not have been perfect, but they did what they were supposed to do, and that's get us here. So because we are here, we recognize those who poured into us in fabulous ways by typing their names into the chat box. We recognize those who did the best they could. We recognize the ancestors upon whose shoulders we stand. So I invite you at home to type their names into the chat box, the names of those people you'd like to remember as we pour our libations to open the Infinity Fellowship. In this moment today, we pour to the energies of the fire, the water, the air, and the earth Ashe. We pour to the spiritual energies of the direction of the north, Ashe. We pour to the spiritual energies of the directions of the south, Ashe. We pour to the spiritual directions of the east, Ashe. We pour to the spiritual directions of the west, Ashe. We pour to the energies below us, the crowns upon which we stand, Ashe. We pour to the spiritual energies in the heavens above us that inspire us always to keep our head to the sky, Ashe. And we pour to the centering energy of our hearts, to that space at the divine center, to those crossroads when we have decisions to make, when we remember the words of our ancestral mothers and our ancestral fathers, whose voices seem to ring through our very own, as they gave us the advice that helped us making great decisions. The advice that when we didn't make those great decisions, we still learned from those lessons as well. They gave us the advice that turned losses into lessons. We pour to them as well in the center of the heart, Ashe. And as we recognize and remember the gifts that are coming into this space today, as we recognize the gift of technology that allows us to speak to one another from wherever we are in the world, we recognize that time and space is perceived by us in these physical bodies. But those who have transitioned to life after life are no longer bound by time and space. And so they are always available, always alive, always here for us, Ashe. We pour to the energies of Horace Marion Fraser and Elise Fraser, who built the physical facility in 1959 that became the Infinity Fellowship's Infinity Center, the ground upon which I stand and pour today. We recognize you, Ashe. To all of the Queen Mothers who have gone before and transitioned in this city, we pour for you, Ashe. To our sister Tia Barbara Hale, one of the founding people in this space today, who has transitioned into life after life, but who has continued to pour into us from that space beyond, Ashe. And to the children in the world, wombed and yet unborn, we pour joyfully in this recognition moment. Ashe, 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 oh, and so it is. Good morning to you. Good morning, everybody. I get to say it again today. Good morning, Infinity.
Good morning.
Awesome. Everybody here in the house is holding them down. We got people in the spot today. We got the voices, enhanced voices of Infinity. We got the Carr sisters with Mama Carr, Sister Kenitha, holding it down for us here. We got Sister Alicia Hamer running the computers back there, doing an awesome job. We got a lot of moving parts today, so y'all keep sending those accolades to her because she is always handling the business and making sure that we are all in touch. And that's an awesome gift that we share in and are grateful for. To you at home, we see ya, all of the people in the space today. To all, as one sister, I see it right there, to all the ancestors whose names I may not remember and too many to name, we say Ashe as well. So good morning to you. We want to sing some gratitude in this space today. This is how we do it Sunday. That means that we are in this space, we are in this place to get gratitude going in a whole new way. We got people coming in from coast to coast who are going to tell you about things that are going to help enhance your life. Oh, what a great preview. Those of you who saw the flyer know we got a blockbuster service today, so we're looking forward to it. We're going to start that blockbuster service with you. Let us know you're here. Check in. Say good morning. Let us know where you're dialing in from, where you're tuning in from, and give us one thing that you are grateful for. One thing that you're grateful for as we say good morning to you. Come on, voices, as we get this cranking. One thing that you're grateful for.
Good morning to you.
Yeah.
Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. We say ba-ba, ba-da-da-da-da-da.
Good morning to you. We see you online. We see you sharing that love. We got you coming in this space. And we got you coming on the screen so everybody can see where you're coming in. We got Sister Cedar coming at you from work in Wide Awake, Wilson, North Carolina. Grateful for employment, for fellowship near and far. Sister Toya is in the house. What's happening, Toya? What's happening, Charles? We got y'all coming in the house. Grateful for the fellowship. Sister Michaela coming in from Cali. Grateful to see 36 years and to begin my 37th surf around the sun. Happy birthday, Dr. Michaela. Come on back for Standing Ovation so we can act extra, donk for you in those moments right there. Good morning in the spot. Good morning, KD from Ontario, Canada is in the house. That is awesome. Sister Rosetta, who we're going to see again in a special moment. Grateful for the breath of life, beloved family and friends, for sight, yes, for the power of support of family and friends. Good morning, Geraldine from the D. Just grateful. Chaz is in the house, Brooklyn, New York. Grateful for my tribe and the blessings in my life. We're grateful for you, Chaz. I know you're doing great things. Michelle is in Dallas, Texas. Grateful for my family. Love them so much. We love them too. We're grateful for you. I tell you, there's so much to be grateful for in this space. So for what you see on the screen, y'all, whether you're on YouTube, whether you're on Facebook, whether you're on the replay, jump in. Because I love when we get the gratitude moment, because on the replay, people hit the gratitude moment, and you're just seeing names come in from people. It's 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, and they're so caught up in this gratitude place, too, that you see this amplification of the attitude of gratitude, and you can't beat that. So, yeah, we got some more people coming in. We see you. Grateful to be alive. We got Tony in the spot. Grateful for today's rising. Brother Chris, we see you in the house. Man, we're looking forward to seeing all y'all in person, man. We miss y'all. It's coming, though. Hold on. It's coming. Trust me, it's coming. So let's keep this thing going. Let's get this energy going. We're excited because on Fifth Sundays, we usually, when we're reading in person, we do Youth Sunday, and the youth come and take over. But guess what? We have been pushed into a space of innovation during the pandemic, and we love it because innovation is what we do. That's what we're here to do. We're here to create. We're here to innovate. We're here to inspire and to uplift. And as a result, Infinity has grown in reach. It has grown in contact. We found people who have found the tribe. Your vibe attracts your tribe from all over the place. And guess what happens on Fifth Sunday? We get to connect all of the dots. So we're pleased to have a performance coming in from Chicago, Illinois. Sister Rosetta Cash, who has a special message just for you. I advise you to pay attention. Send her some love hearts. Send her some high fives in the box. She's given us a special musical message.
Don't you ever feel sad? Lean on me when times are bad. When the day comes
shine. That was amazing. Come on, give it up. Give it up, give it up, give it up, give it up, give it up. Yes. Hold on. Yeah. I'm coming. Said, hold on. I said, I'm coming. Yes, you got us going today, sis. Thank you so much. All right, well, yes, I am Sister Kanitha, and I'm here to bring you the statement of infinitude. So good morning, Infinity. Welcome into the Infinity Experience live online. And you know what, y'all? Every Sunday, you know I like to remind you of a couple of things. One, here at Infinity, we don't want to tell you how to call or to define the God of your own personal acceptance and understanding. Guess what? That is an intensely unique, personal, beautiful relationship. Here at Infinity, we simply affirm your unique connection. Number two, you'll hear us say God interchangeably with the universe, divine source. What you see around you is the proof, baby, that it was showing off when you were created after the same image and likeness. So now it's time to speak aloud the core agreements that bring us together at infinity. We call that infinitude. Infinitude is defined in the dictionary as a state or quality of being infinite or having no limit. We have a unique mix of faith backgrounds at Infinity, but what centers us is the spirituality we all share in common. For us, infinitude is defined as infinity with an attitude. You know, like that snap thing. And that attitude is gratitude, and the snap you just heard is the spiritual practice that gives us life and meaning. Snap is on your screen, and we recommend you take some time to meditate on both it and our statement of infinitude by visiting our website at myif.org. The S in SNAP is for spirituality that transcends religion and connects you to the God of your own personal understanding. The N is for nurturing of ourselves and others' mind, body, and spirit. The A is for action because we take action on our callings and walk in our divine purpose every day. And finally, y'all, this is important, the P is for the proof that our spiritual practices manifest fruit in our lives through the building and maintaining of healthy and prosperous families, relationships, careers, and dreams. We are grateful that you all are here as unique manifestations of our Creator, the loving, living spirit of our commonality, the divine source of all creation, perceived, by many names, but yet known by only one energy. We invite you to join us in this affirmation of our statement of infinitude. We agree that we are beings of pure, eternal spirit, birthed from the creative potential of the universe, with all the powers of the Creator inherent within us. We embrace the innate goodness of humankind and an abundant creation that provides for us through the seeds that we plant in our everyday lives. We acknowledge that who we are is housed in a temporary biological organism, and as such, it is our responsibility to take care of it because it will only last for a precious window of time. As we nurture ourselves spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and physically, we commit to provide like acts of nurturing for our fellow brothers and sisters of the world we live in, embracing all regardless of religious faith, skin color, ethnicity, gender, sexual orientation, or socioeconomic background. All are truly welcome at Infinity. We agree and accept that various religions exist as a unique opportunity for humanity to get to know one another through meaningful conversations that seek to explore the core concepts we share in common. It is the application of ancient wisdom, scientific discovery, and spiritual practices, both physical and metaphysical, that will lead us closer together as a human family. We commit to exist now and ever as a beloved community. Let it be so according to the many ancient terms of affirmation. Amen. Amen.
Amin.
Hotep.
Hotel.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Ashe.
Thank you. We appreciate y'all. We got everybody in the house. Today is the day that the God of your own acceptance and understanding and celebration has made. It is a time to rejoice, to be glad, to be excited, to recognize that we have the power to speak things into existence, and so we can sing them into existence too. We invite y'all to sing along with us. Let's sing this. Peace, peace.
Peace, peace, wonderful peace.
Enter my heart.
Enter my heart and bring healing to me.
Oh, peace.
Oh, peace, peace.
Everlasting peace.
Everlasting peace. Let my heart shine bright so the world can see. Love, love, wonderful love. Enter my heart and bring healing to me. Oh, love, love, everlasting love. Let my love shine bright so the world can see. Joy, joy, everlasting joy. Enter my heart and bring healing to me. Oh, joy, joy, everlasting joy. Let my joy shine bright so the world can see.
Let's get some more peace.
Peace, peace, wonderful peace. Into my heart and bring healing to me. Oh, peace, peace, everlasting peace. Let my peace shine bright so the world can see. Let my love shine bright so the world can see. Let my joy shine bright so the world can see. Let my peace shine bright so the world can see.
Y'all better hold that note. Y'all better hold that note. Y'all give me some high fives around here. Y'all better hold me that note. Hold me that note. Mama, give me a high five. Give me some, give me some, give me some. I'm sending some to Lisa in the back over the top. I don't want to knock over the camera. Oh, doesn't it feel good when you speak things into existence? First-time visitors, time to welcome you. If you are a first-time visitor at Infinity, I say to you, good morning. Welcome to this space. Somebody really, really loves you because they said, I want you to join me at the Infinity Fellowship today. Whoever that person is, you go to them and you say after service, you know what? I'm so glad you put this place in my path because, you know, I've been looking for a space, a fellowship where I could get together on Sunday. I left a traditional space. I might practice yoga. I might read different books. I might study world religions. I might do tarot. I might have crystals charging in the full moon. I might do some things that people think are strange. I might have a table with the picture of my ancestors on it. People think I'm weird because of that. And I didn't think there was a place on Sundays where I could go and experience community. But guess what? They thought enough about you to say, here's an opportunity to go where I go. So if you're a first-time visitor, type first time in the chat box. Don't be shy. You don't have to be shy. The only thing that's going to happen is people are going to smother you in love and muscle arms and fists and everything that we do here at Infinity virtually until we can get with you. But please, we want to let some love come your way. So definitely let us know you're a first-time visitor. I say good morning again, Infinity and friends. I'm Reverend Jeff Carr. In this sacred space, I go by Rev Jeff, and it's the visitor's welcome. So I get to remind you that although we may have never met in person, I know the 5 W's, the who, what, where, when, and why. But most importantly, I want you to know that you're being seen in this space today. The Infinity Fellowship is all about being seen. We want you to know that we see the real you. We don't just see you as a human being who showed up today to have a spiritual experience. That's important. But the most important thing to remember is that you are a spirit navigating the human experience just like the rest of us. And so we like to speak a greeting into your life that reminds you of the who, what, where, when, and why, and let you know that we are on the same page with you in alignment. So take a deep breath, exhale to release. As we welcome you into this space, we see Sister Jasmine Rodriguez. Welcome, Sister Jasmine. Welcome home. Welcome home. Back every Sunday. We're here for you in this space. Welcome to this space. Y'all love them, love on them. Everything is there. And we know there are a ton of people who get shy about Infinity and come in the first time. But guess what? We don't put you on the spot. We just let you know that the spotlight is on you because you are here on a mission. So we raise our hands. We lift our hands to you. If you are first timer, you can receive this. Everybody else is going to be repeating this after me. And they're going to be sending this energy. Consider this. What you're receiving, even if you are not a first-time visitor, this is a reminder of who, what, where, when, and why you are. You're receiving it from as far away as England and Latvia and Belgium to Rwanda to Canada. Everybody around the globe is pouring this message into your heart right now. Can you imagine that? Take a deep breath here. Exhale to release. Repeat after me. Y'all know how we do it. I see you. But you don't hear me though. I really see the real you. I see who you are. You are a divine manifestation of God's creation. I see what you are. You are a spirit. You're more than what's on the outside. You're a gift to me and to the entire world. I see where you are. You're right here in front of me, where I can let you know that you are not alone. I'm with you, we're with you, and you are at home. I see when you are. You're in the right now, baby. You are so much more than your yesterday. I see why you are. You are here to learn, to grow, to embrace your dreams, and to celebrate your divine destiny. I know all of this because I'm here to do the same thing. So we're going to help each other out. All right? All right? I know the real you. And I see you shining today. I feel you shining today. I know you're shining today. Because that's who you are. So welcome to Infinity. Welcome home. Asheo. Shake it out. Pass the high fives in your house. Give your elbows to everybody standing near. If you're in the park, do a little dance. Oh, get down tonight. Do something. If you're in the house, open up the window and give a big wahoo. Give the scream because you just got reminded of who you were, y'all. You just got reminded of how awesome you are. If you can dance right now. If you can't dance and you can move to side, you can move side to side right now. If you can't move side to side and you can just nod your head like that, nod your head right there. Because guess what you're doing? You're giving gratitude for the ability to sense the music, to feel the music, to activate your body. And that is something to be grateful for because there's somebody somewhere. You might have that pain in your shoulder or your leg. You might have a little bit of blurred vision, but there's somebody somewhere who would die to have the opportunity to just look from left to right now. So when you hear it, you dance. Woo! Man. While politically I don't dance when there's no music, I can dance spiritually when there's no music, but when there is some, I get going too. Y'all welcome. That's Infinity. We love you. Stay with us, share with us. If it's your first time, you said, man, that's some kind of greeting, just replay it anytime you feel down. Just remind yourself that you're here for a purpose. You're here for a reason. And we're glad to assist you in that purpose and that reason today with this special Sunday. Ashe. It's time for our giving. We're going to carry that momentum into our giving energy. Our giving energy is when we pour back into the universe. We pour back in to the space that we receive our spiritual food. We receive our spiritual food here at Infinity Fellowship. We receive a living, we receive energy, we receive a divine purpose, we receive relationships, we receive unblocked spaces and passages, and because of that, we pour back in. And how do we do that? We pour back in financially, and we're unabashed about that. We're unashamed about that. You can go to places where they ask you to sow a seed. And then my spirit was thinking about this week, and there was something that came up. It was in my spirit. We were talking, a friend of mine, a lawyer and friend of mine, we're talking about movement capture. And those of you who haven't studied movement capture, for my young activists out there, study it. Movement capture happened at various points in American history, specifically when things were going very well in the grassroots area. People were seeing a change in their life and their community. What happened is forces who were working against them came into the movement, and they did two things. They planted people within the movement, and then the biggest thing they did was they flooded the movement with money. And while we operate from a space of abundance, what they flooded the movement with money for was so that they could control the movement. Because then when the movement started going in another direction, they pulled the money and said, if you don't do it the way we tell you to do it, you're not going to be successful. A lot of that is happening across the country nowadays. And the reason why that came up in my spirit is I'm grateful to be at a space like the Infinity Fellowship where the members here, those who love this place, operate under the understanding of the law of attraction. And because of the law of attraction, you recognize that you get out what you put in. Ain't no freebies in the universe. Stay away from people who are always trying to get something for nothing. I stay away from those people. I deal with people who have no problem with understanding abundant flow. We cannot operate from a space of scarcity and lack, y'all. We do not think about money in that way. Money is simply a tool and it's energy. If you are afraid of money, if you hate money, if you dislike money, then guess what? Money is going to fear you, it's going to hate you, and it's going to dislike you too. Just like a relationship. Get your relationship in line with your money. Recognize that if you went out yesterday because quarantine's been lifted, and you went and kicked it and you put 15% on top of the 20% that they charged you automatically for gratuity because people weren't tipping, you've given 30% to people you don't know for some food that you consumed and some drinks that you had. Guess what happens when you consume the food and drink of the Spirit and you invest back in that? The gift keeps giving, y'all. Spirit moved me to say that because we're in a space now where we're starting to build housing for people who are in need. We're starting to reach people on a global scale, and we do that by taking care of home. So as we prepare ourselves for this giving moment right now, as you turn to your Cash App, or you turn to your PayPal, or you turn to your checkbook to send in through the mail, we want you to supercharge that energy with giving and recognize that we're giving from a space of abundance. We're giving from a space of prosperity, not the capitalistic prosperity, but prosperity defined 4 ways at infinity. Y'all hear me, and you know I teach this. I teach it because it works. Prosperity, a vitally alive and healthy body. Is that a good thing? Relationships that work all the time. Is that a good thing? Living and walking in your divine purpose. Work that is so much fun that it doesn't feel like work. That a good thing? 4, all the money you can spend. Is that a good thing? To send a check to the causes that you know you need help. To help people who are in need, who need investment in their businesses and spaces to make them free. That's how we define it here. So let's prepare for giving because we know that everything is good. Take a deep breath in. Exhale to release. We release the spirit of lack and scarcity and operate in knowing that we're turning this wheel by doing our part. Let's say together our offertory affirmation. Oh, limitless, abundant Creator, source of everything I possess, you have given me the gifts of life, breath, and creativity. You continue to provide for me without judgment or preference. And so I freely return these gifts to you with my whole heart, mind, and intention, knowing that as I give freely with both remembrance and gratitude, the circle of abundance will be unbroken, and so it is. Repeat after me. Everything is good.
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 I got it.
I've got it.
I got it.
I got it.
I got it good.
I got it good.
As we're singing Everything is Good, you see the slide in front of you. Cash App, $ Infinity Fellowship. PayPal, paypal.me/Infinity Fellowship. You can take a picture of the screen as well. Let's get this done, y'all. Let's make this happen. Let's pour this love in as part of celebration, worship, and spiritual practice. This giving space. I got it. I got it good. Thank you, voices. Y'all sing along with them. Let's do this.
Everything is good. Everything is good. Yes, everything is good. Oh, everything is good. And I got it. I got it. Oh, I got it good. Hey, everything is good. Yes, everything is good. Oh, everything is good. Everything is good. And I got it. I got it. Oh, I got it good. Hey, everything is good. Everything is good. Sing it, child. Hey, everything is good. And I got it. I got it. Oh, I got it good. Hey, everything is good. Yes, it is. Everything is good. Everything is so good. Hey, everything is good. And I got it. Hey, I got it. Oh, I got it good. I got it. I got it. Hey, I got it. Oh, I got it good. I got it. I got it. Oh, I got it good.
Y'all better hold them notes. Voices of Infinity. Y'all remember that song? You say, hold my mule, I'll shout right now. Y'all don't know about hold my mule. That's that old school primitive Baptist. Y'all remember that? What did he say? I'm 86 years old. Not one time have I been to the courthouse. Not one time have I been to the cemetery. So if you won't shout right now, hold my mule. I'll shout right here. Man, that thing right there, boy, that'll take you in. Everything is good, y'all. What a great energy. What a great moment. Thank you for, and I say this personally, thanks to each of you who have accepted the abundance into your life in a space of giving and flow. I know because I've seen you, many of you over the years, especially over the last year, we've talked a lot, and especially I'm going to see a lot of y'all tomorrow. I'm excited about that, but we always talk about that. We see blockages. Les Brown talks about that, blockages. People, you get to the space where it's time to give, and people say, I like everything except for that. Okay, so you wonder why things aren't happening in other parts of your life. It's because giving and receiving is not always the same channel. You may give and then somebody provided a scholarship for your child. You may give and somebody decided to take another route that saved you from an accident. There are a million ways that you don't know will be showered upon you. So thank you for unblocking that. It's important that we leave that scarcity behind and move forward. So let's find out what's happening in the world today of Infinity with a few brief announcements. I'm going to ask the leading lady, Sister Kenitha Carr, to come back up. You're looking mighty lovely today, you might say. I like it. Whoa, 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 whoa. Her hair. Did it say whip, slayed, laid? What was it?
Right leg, thigh, and stuff, and everything else. How about that? It's how I was feeling this morning. Yes. Thank you, sir. All right, so time for the announcements. Good morning, Infinity again. As always, a reminder that if you have something great that you want to report as a standing ovation, for later, go ahead and start typing it in the chat box now, so once we get to it, we'll be ready for you. Again, if you've got something great that you would like to share with us, and we need to snap you up for this week, make sure you type it in now, because this is the time for it. All right, welcome to May, the 5th month of 2021, the year of alignment. Our daily mantra is, everything's going my way. And then we sing it, everything's going my way. Yes. And we speak that you are still being safe at home and embracing this opportunity to explore your spirituality on a deeper level than ever before. And here are a couple of reminders of things happening here at Infinity. Memorial Day is tomorrow. Woo! Yes, so we were overwhelmed with our response to our first in-person safe distance event of 2021. We are looking forward to seeing you all tomorrow at 4 p.m. We'll have a blow-up basketball thing. We'll play basketball. It's going to be fun. Cornhole, popcorn, pizza, snow cones, and a sunset outdoor movie, y'all. It is going down tomorrow. Masks are required when we enter the building, and sanitizing will be of the order of the day. If you haven't RSVP'd, you can do so at tinyurl.com/sign up infinity. Again, that's tiny, TINY, url.com/sign up, SIGNUP, infinity. That's all one thing together. Okay, so we still have a few slots left. So y'all, if y'all coming, make sure we just got a few left. All right, now it is time for standing ovations.
Tune your vibration to a high elevation. It's time for the good news, our standing ovation.
Yes, our high energy additive comes from our practice of snap. It's why we snap our fingers during this part of the service. We receive practical lessons and tools for our individual journeys. That's spirituality. We fellowship with like-minded spirits every week. That's nurturing.
Yes.
We take what we learn and apply it in our lives, and that's action. And if we do these, then every week we see examples of progress in our lives. And guess what, baby? That is the proof.
Yes,
That's what we want.
yes.
We want some proof. We
Yes,
want the proof.
proof.
So let us pause to enjoy a collective moment of manifestation and expansion. So we'll call off your names as we receive them. When your name is called, we will snap our fingers to celebrate.
Yes.
Okay? And affirm. And then at the very end, we are about to give you a collective standing ovation. All right?
We're going to give you this ovation with the tambourine, with the cymbal. We're going to make sure that we let you know what's going on so that you catch it and that it's coming out. And we are going to act a donk for you. So again, if you have something that we need to share, please type it into the box so that we can celebrate it with you and we can act crazy for you, and make sure we do that. We don't want to have any delay in doing that for you. Standing ovation. Number 1, we have Sister Denise Edmondson Knowles. Put a pin on that because we're going to see her again in a minute. One of my players, George Stanberry for the Music City Jazz, was named Player of the Week in the PBA League, scoring 73 points in our last game against the Montgomery Knights.
Oh, my goodness.
73 points.
Woo. Come on.
Sending you, George Stanberry. We're sending you, man. Come on. 73 points in a game. Man, and against Montgomery. If it had been
Okay.
Columbus, Georgia, Phoenix City, I would have had to get on them because I'm like, man, my home folks got to stop that. But Montgomery, hey, man, I'm sorry for you. 73, somebody was on fire. So shout out to Coach Denise, because those of you who may not know, Coach Denise is one of the few female professional coaches in America. So she is doing the doggone thing, and we send the love to the Music City Jazz in that space. Let's go. Go ahead and go on to Keita, because I was going to get her. Keita got me first. Let's go to Chaz. Keita got me first. Yeah, we got it. Thank you, Keita. We're going to put you up, and we're going to blast it out. To Brother Chaz up in Brooklyn, New York, good to see you, brother. Good to have you. Know you're doing great things. I turned in my last assignment for grad school yesterday. I mastered it.
Yes. Woo!
Love it. I mastered it. I love it. Owned it, mastered it. Chaz, you all, it has been a year for you, Chaz. We know. We've been keeping up with you. For those of you who don't know, who hadn't checked into Chaz, y'all know. Y'all saw him on the Super Bowl, performing in the Super Bowl. He has been performing in New York. He has been teaching his students. He's been doing his thing. Life is manifesting for you, brother. You keep manifesting, man. We're so proud of you. We're so glad you're a part of this fellowship. We're so glad that you're checking in with us. A great standing O to share. We've got sister. We got some more standing O's. We're gonna save the best for last. We're gonna save the best for last. Yes, we got a prayer request that we got coming in from you. See, Nicole, we're going to bring that up, and we're going to give that to you in a minute, okay? We're going to take care of it. Sister Rosetta, my brother Welton, took ill last week and had to be hospitalized. He just called, and he is able to come home. Thankful for all the prayers and support.
Yes.
Sending it to you, Brother Welton. Celebration for Brother Welton. We are sending that in there. Celebration.
Yes.
We're claiming that.
Yes.
We're sending it. Sister Rosetta, and thank you. And those of you who saw her singing, that's what Spirit says. Spirit says what Rosetta said. Sam and Dave said, hold on, I'm coming. In every situation, hold on, I'm coming. It's a celebratory moment. We're giving that. Next we have Tashana Lindsley. Good to have you with us, Tashana. My beautiful husband is in school to be a physical therapist. This last semester, he got a drum roll, 4.1,
Okay.
and made the dean's list.
Wow.
We have 2 girls, and he works full time. I'm so proud of him. Love you guys.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
Come on, Lindsay family, put it in.
Excellence. Oh my goodness.
Excellence. Come on through. Come on through. We know to do this thing. Yes. We got that. I'm going to make sure I take care of that. That's my other camera coming in. All right, good. We've got Crystal. We got Sister Crystal Rose. I passed the real estate licensure exam. Already aligned with a broker and looking for clients, sellers. Yes. God is good. Amen.
Come on. Goodness, y'all. Yes. Goodness.
Oh, these standing ovations are coming in today. They're coming in here. Sister Michelle, in a place that's close to our hearts from our theater background. We got theaters backgrounds all up in this place. Yes. It's all up in here. All of that is in here. Sister Michelle Mayberry, my son is an actor. However, he's recently become an author. Oh, wow. His book of poetry will be available on Amazon in July. Oh, wow. Proud of him.
Y'all, goodness. Y'all out here doing it. I feel like I'm slacking. What in the world? Wow.
As we're going to learn in a few minutes with our folks who are coming in to talk to us today, everything is about narrative. Everything is about the story. Everything is a story. So when we talk about moving from acting to producing to actually writing, that's where the stories are told. You put it on paper. That chemical reaction of the pen to the paper is what preserves history. It's what preserves culture. It's what enriches people, all of us. Thank you, Sister Mayberry. Send them a shout out. Let them know we love them. Bring them onto the screen, show them the replay. We got a big shout out. And in July, let us know the link when it publishes so we can put it up, because we shout out everybody who is doing something in this space. That's what Infinity is all about.
Yes.
Awesome in this place. Who else do we have? We got Sister Destiny. Destiny Muhammad. We almost called you.
No, we did.
About, guess what? We're going to get you in to perform distance one day. Sister Destiny Muhammad is an accomplished harpist and jazz harpist as well as a singer, a vocalist as well. Her standing ovation. Destiny Muhammad to premiere with the San Francisco Symphony, Resilience.
Wow. Go on, Daphne.
Hey, I know you first timers. You first timers like, wait a minute, man. What kind of place? What kind of place have I stumbled upon? What have I found? What is this? I came because I come for church, but it is something more. It is something. Yes, it is true. It is true.
Yeah.
You have found the Infinity Fellowship. You have found the space where we're going to blow you up. This is Stand Ovations, y'all. Every single Sunday. We don't do a yoga Sunday because we'd be on these mats.
Yes.
But every other Sunday, we're going to send you that love. Listen to that. Resilience, look out for it. Destiny Muhammad, San Francisco Symphony. Hopefully we'll have you perform here too, sister. We got to get that in line, okay? Put that in space. Congratulations. We're speaking amplification of that energy for the symphony in that space. We're going to do that. What an awesome moment of love.
Yes.
What an awesome moment. And we're going to go in a minute to that prayer request, because right now we're going to go to Sister Keita's standing ovation.
Let me give
before
another
we pause.
standing ovation, because I lapse with it. But our girls did get honor roll, and they got some awards for this school year of getting through. And so we were really excited about how hard they worked, even if they were online and then they got to school. So standing ovation to these two girls of making the honor roll this year. Woo, woo. And what
Honor roll and
I got junior counselor.
Yes.
junior counselor.
And she got junior counselor for being the kindest person in your class. Yes, and then
And also, let her tell.
And I made SGA. Now,
So shout out Uncle Greg, and Baba.
Yep.
We're for those of you who are history buffs at HBCUs, my brother Dr. Greg Carr and me, we are both the only two biological brothers to both be SGA president at Tennessee State. So we see this little SGA person, fifth grader, going to sixth, starting in that SGA tradition. Awesome. All right, y'all stay right back here, because in a minute, we're going to stay right there, because in a minute, we're going to dance around and shout for everybody. We're going to do a standing ovation. So, all right, good. So, Sister Keita has a standing ovation that we're going to go find. We're going to send a shout out. 36-year birthday, we're sending a shout out to Dr. Michaela Bethune, California.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. All right. And Sister Keita, who we always love, who always makes sure we stay in alignment. Happy birthday to Alicia Hamer.
Woo!
We love you, beautiful. We're going to be celebrating tomorrow on the grounds of the Infinity Fellowship. Sister Alicia Hamer. One day we're going to get a booth camera so y'all can turn around and see her, because everybody always wants to see her. You just have to Google her for now and see her beautiful smiling face. So happy birthday to you.
Hey,
Happy birthday to you. Boom, boom. Happy birthday.
Oh my gosh.
Awesome. All right.
Y'all,
So
she's been helping us hold this thing down. Happy birthday.
good. Happy birthday. All right, so we got, we're going to come at the end of the space. We're going to mark that request that we had coming in for prayer, and we're going to put that into the space as well, too. Right now, we're going to celebrate our standing ovations. So how do we do this, sister?
All right, so everyone who shared, I want you to find a place to go ahead and have a seat. And the rest of us, okay, everybody from wherever you are in the world, I want you to stand to your feet, and we're going to give a thunderous round of applause, standing ovation, sending the energy of positivity through the roof for every great thing that everybody has done. All right, here we go.
Take it, take it, take it.
Yes, and those are the announcements and standing ovation. And so it is. Rev?
Oh, thank you. Great to be back.
Yes.
Great to be back. Thank y'all. What an awesome moment. I love it when we get out of breath. Thank you, ladies. We appreciate y'all. We love it when we get out of breath in this space today. This is a great space to get out of breath in, because if you're going to be out of breath and tired, isn't it great to be out of breath and tired celebrating somebody? This is the connection of gratitude to an attitude of flow and abundance. Because if you can be in a space where you can be excited and happy for someone else, you're creating an amplified signal that is going out to the universe that is drawing that same energy to you. If you're in other spaces and somebody says something good and people roll their eyes and cross their arms and they say, why did it happen for them? I guarantee you that person's life is a shambles. I guarantee you things are going wrong. Even if you feel things aren't fully in alignment for you right now, you can get your signal changed. You can come into alignment by celebrating for it happening for somebody else. Because then you say, I'm in alignment with things happening, with things exploding, with things being good, with people loving on me for my birthday. I'm in alignment because I'm loving on them for theirs. I'm in alignment with blessings and abundance and healed relationships. I'm in alignment with studies and healing for my family because I am celebrating everybody else. That's what ovations are for at Infinity. We're glad to do it. We love to do it. As we move into this space now, the space of celebration, the space of innovation, we want to welcome a performance that was created for World AIDS Day, dance that is performed, that comes with a video featuring our own Brother Shabazz Ujima. Many of you know Brother Shabazz. His spirit is abounding, very powerful. He's not only a gifted dancer, but a gifted teacher, an adjunct professor at Belmont University. He's also a gifted choreographer and visionary. He's an artist with the Nashville Ballet, a teaching artist in Metro Schools. This is Brother Shabazz Ujima. We give thanks for him sharing this video for us today so we can demonstrate how we do it. So you all enjoy.
I guess I'm still living it. It's still in my blood memory. I mean, literally, the summer of 1989 was a peak of, literally men just dropping like flies. And in the same circle. they were artists, because most of them didn't have any kind of affluence in terms of their family background. They were expendable. At least that's how they were treated by wider society. But they were my friends. They were my teachers. They were my mentors. We danced around the reality of not knowing at the time how the disease was. Please forgive me for not being fluent. My heart is racing. How it was passed on from one person to another. I don't know if it was foolish at the time, but we just kept dancing. The only problem was sometimes you'd leave and you'd know possibly you wouldn't see that person the next time you went back, and you didn't. One weekend we had lost like 2 or 3 people, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It was like death became commonplace. And I had to pretend like I wasn't watching them die.
Yes, let's give it up for Brother Shabazz. Thank you for that. Thank you for that awareness.
Grammarly helps you work
we
more.
always need that. We're going to take a quick pause because we got that request of a perm that we wanted to go ahead and to do. And so if y'all will just bear with us for a quick second. This is for C. Nicole's daughter, Lakeisha. And so on there, she was speaking that she just wanted a perm, basically, for that mental and physical relief from what has occurred in her life. So for Sister Lakeisha. So at this time, if everybody, we can just be on one accord, close your eyes if you feel comfortable. And I want everyone who is right now thinking in your mind, I want you to start thinking about the word healing. Healing, and the energy of healing, and that's what we're gonna go from that platform. Oh, limitless, abundant provider, source, energy, universe. We are so grateful to be here in this moment. We are so thankful that you are allowing us, and we are moving with that infinite energy that keeps flowing from at all times, keeps flowing from all places. And right now we speak a special perm for Sister Lakeisha. We know that there have been some things that have occurred in her family. We know that there have been some damages made through her stepfather, but we are speaking divine healing and divine alignment into that baby's life right now. We are speaking that she is covered. We are speaking that you are covered. See, Nicole, we are speaking that there will be a moment in your life where you begin to see things happen for you all, that you will begin to walk in this divine healing. We speak healing over your mind and your thoughts right now. We speak healing over the ideas that you may have that may be putting you in a low place. We wrap our arms around you with this divine energy of love. We wrap our arms around you with this divine energy of power. We wrap our arms around you with this divine energy of peace, knowing that all is well, knowing that the divine energy of the universe will always protect and love us and will always move us into divine alignment, will always be there. And we stand up with you. We stand up with you, family. We stand up with all the family that is around, everyone that might be going through something, everyone that might be dealing with some heartache, maybe dealing with some abuse. We speak covering and healing into your life right now in this moment. We stand with you. We love you. We wrap our arms around you. And as we move forward to the next level, knowing that all is well, as we move forward with that energy, we are allowing the movement and expansion of the universe to come forth. And we are allowing this moment of peace that surpasses all understanding, because sometimes we don't know. We just don't know. But we do know that there's a divine alignment. We do know that there's divine healing. We do know that as we collectively connect with our energy, that there are things that happen that people just don't understand. And new things, and I speak that over your family's life right now. I speak that all those burdens be lifted. I speak peace over y'all right now, and I speak love, unconditional love, and safety and protection over your family right now, and all families. Amen and ashe.
Amen and ashe. Amen and ashe. For the healing, the mental healing, for the happiness, for the abundance, for the moving forward, for the love that's coming to you, Sister Nicole, for you, Sister Lakeisha, the celebration for Brother Welton and Rosetta, the healing, we're speaking it. And we don't speak it in the future, we speak it in the right now. Thank you, Sister Kenitha, for that perm, that energy that's coming in here. Thank you to everybody who joined with us in that alignment. Again, we are here as this community to pour into each other like that, and to recognize that by speaking it in present terms, we are calling it from the future into the right now. So we're speaking that covering on everyone as we prepare to get some wonderful lessons today. We want you to absorb today's meditation. Today's meditation is about being at peace, and it comes from Abraham Hicks. We've got some treats lined up for you back to back right now. If you got your journal, you better get it out, because there's some good things that we're going to be sharing in this moment. I'm excited. So let's go to today's meditation and hear what Abraham Hicks has to say about this space of love and peace. Quote, "You cannot look at yourself in bogus ways and be happy." I'm going to repeat that one. You cannot look at yourself in bogus ways and be happy. You cannot argue for your limitations and be happy. You cannot beat up on yourself about what you should have done, or even what you should be doing right now, and be happy. You have to make peace with yourself. You have to make peace with where you are. It has to be all right that you don't make your bed. And it has to be all right that you lay there all day if you feel like it. It has to be all right. You have to stop letting other humans who need you to do conditional things so that they can be conditionally happy guide you away from what true love is. I'm going to be silent. I'm leaving the slide there, because everybody has their own reaction to that. Take a deep breath and read that. Find yourself in it. I found myself in it all over it. Thank you, Sister Alicia. Stop beating yourself up. This is how we do it here. How do you do it? You got to be conditioned. You got to be happy with where you are. You can't love conditionally someone so that they can love you too. You got to be in a place where you're okay with yourself so that people can love you. And to be okay with yourself in this space today, I'm encouraging you to begin to become informed. We got 3 great guest speakers today who are going to teach us about being informed. And we're going to have some interaction with 2 of them. They're going to be awesome. But we're going to introduce right now a little segment we call Dr. Carr's Corner. Shout out to my brother, Dr. Greg Carr, who is not just my biological brother, he's also my brother in the universe. He's also beyond that. He is very much one of my teachers now. I grew up with the guy, but he's one of my teachers. He teaches all of us. And so I'm grateful that he is giving us a little bit of a primer. In the state of Tennessee, the laws have been placed to ban critical race theory in school. We've talked about that. We've made no sense of what it means because critical race theory is not taught in schools anyway. But as Dr. Carr will explain to us, when we hear these terms, we have to make sure that we know what we're talking about. So in Infinity, you're not just going to be uplifted, you're going to be informed. So we're going to defer to Dr. Carr so that you can take a note when you have these conversations with people about race theory, no matter what shade your skin is, you actually know what we're talking about beyond just, is it Black history, right? Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Carr's Corner, 5 minutes on critical race theory.
Peace, Infinity family. I'm Greg Kamathi Carr, and I'm following instructions from our leader, Jeff Obafemi Carr, to spend 5 minutes talking about critical race theory on this 5th Sunday in Infinity Fellowship and beyond. It's good to be with you all. Let's get right down to it. In 1960, W.B. Du Bois gave a talk at Johnson C. Smith University in North Carolina entitled Whither Now and Why. And he told an audience of educators, Black educators, that these rules are going to change, the laws are going to change, desegregation is going to happen. And he said, then we're going to have to deal with the deeper issues we face, which are issues of race and culture. And that really gets at the heart of what critical race theory is about. Critical race theory is a theory that came out of American legal studies, the critical legal studies movement in the 1950s and 60s. That was a movement that said that everything we think about in terms of the law is really shaped by the society around us and the culture around us. So there's no such thing as rules that just are the same throughout time and space. Society, in other words, shapes rules. Critical race theory takes that same idea and applies it to race. So critical race theory basically argues that race affects everything in society. It affects, it shapes, it impacts our society, our economy, the political structure, the educational structure. And so critical race theory asks questions. It asks, have you considered race in any area of human activity? And that's where the conversation begins. It's also where the conversation breaks down when it comes to those who want to preserve in a racist society the idea of whiteness as the dominant racial category. That's why folks are so scared of critical race theory. So some of the tools of critical race theory, for example, are storytelling. You pose these what-if questions through telling provocative stories. You argue that everyone has different perspectives and you have to take the racial perspective in account when you're theorizing and thinking through everyday activities and everything else. You use narrative to kind of jailbreak our perceptions. And you think about what is the impact of race as it unfolds in all of our decision making. And at the end of the day, all of this is designed to rebalance power. In other words, to redistribute power in society and to eliminate racial hierarchies, to eliminate class and gender hierarchies. These conversations get started a little bit later on. It's what they call intersectionalities, the intersections of race and class and gender. I'll give you one example. Derek Bell, who's considered one of the quote unquote founding fathers of critical race theory, wrote an imaginary Supreme Court decision. He was around when the Brown versus Board of Education was decided. And he said, what if the Brown decision had not overturned Plessy versus Ferguson and said separate and equal is unconstitutional? What if the Brown decision in 1954 had said, today we affirm Plessy versus Ferguson. Separate and equal is constitutional. However, this country has never tried to make separate equal. So the ruling is that now we must redistribute resources and make Black institutions get as much resources as anyone else. Oh, it's a provocative idea, because what has it done? It's displaced the idea that proximity to whiteness is somehow racial advancement. And really, it gets to the equity question. So we see it. We see people consider critical race theory when they start thinking about hiring policy. That's where you get in all this whole diversity, equity conversation, inclusion conversation. But that's just a little bit of it. How do you reshape historical narratives? What were the Native Americans thinking when Columbus showed up? What were the Africans thinking as we found ourselves enslaved? These kind of things are the ideas around which critical race theory are organized. It's very important, and it also helps you understand why it's so scary. Now, if you want to start reading on your own about critical race theory, Baba Obafemi told me to give a few books of recommendation. I recommend this one book. It's published in 2017. It's called Critical Race Theory. This is the 3rd edition. Richard Delgado and Jean Stefanik are two of the kind of theoreticians who kind of map this stuff out. It's only about 200 pages long, but it's very readable. Very small, bite-sized chapters. Get that book on critical race theory. The best reader on critical race theory, I'll just give you two. It's called Critical Race Theory, The Cutting Edge. Same two authors, Delgado and Stefanik. But in this book, you'll have everybody from Kimberly Crenshaw. You probably heard her name associated with intersectionality. Derek Bell, so many others. This book is a very long book, very small chapters, but it's about 800 pages. Critical Race Theory. Hope that helps. Love you all. Talk to you soon. Everybody stay strong, stay healthy, and we'll be wrapping soon. All right. Let's see here.
Dr. Carr, thank you, man. We appreciate that. 5 minutes on critical race theory, y'all. You can't make it any more succinct than that. So if you've been talking to people and you've been having this conversation, you want to get into this. The critical thing about critical race theory is understanding that we all are one human race. When we find ourselves in these spaces, we're being subdivided. We want to be able to have intelligent conversation about how to move together and come back together with knowledge, information and knowledge. Remember that? So we're coming back to this space about the narrative and how do we tell the story? How do we tell our stories? How do we weave them together? How do we redistribute the wealth? How do we redistribute the love? How do we redistribute the power? This next couple that's coming on is going to demonstrate how to do that in a relationship way. I'm excited to welcome up two of our love experts who are here with us. And we're just going to talk for just a few minutes on relationships, keeping love and spice alive in long-term relationships. So I want to welcome up and call to the screen Brother Demetrius Knowles, Sister Denise Knowles. They're up in there. Y'all get to see them in the chat every week. How y'all doing? Can y'all hear me loud and clear? Oh, did they drop? Did it fall? Okay, we're going to try it again. There they are. Are they there? Can y'all hear us?
How y'all doing? Can y'all hear me loud?
Let's try. Here come a couple to introduce, and I'm going to try to see if we can boost our signal on our end.
Okay, we're going to try to work out some things. But again, we got our couple with the mostest that is going to give us some insights onto stuff. They look awesome, too. Y'all look so good. All right, y'all. So we are almost there.
We're back. Can y'all hear us?
Yes.
All
I
right,
hear y'all. How y'all doing?
Doing
good,
great.
we're good.
How are you?
Oh, we're doing great, y'all. Doing great. Listen, let me introduce y'all because you are entrepreneurs, but you're also authors of the book Love Roll Lifetime. So Love Roll Lifetime is an awesome book about your love story and how you all got together. How long have you all been married?
We've been together for 17 years, and on June the 3rd, we will be married 15 years.
15 years. Blended family co-authors, you are keeping things alive. I want you all to give us a couple of your tips and successful tips because 17 years, 15 years, that's a long time. I want to point
And
out
5 children.
And 5 children between. We love it. So first thing, I'm going to get y'all a couple of tips because people out there need to hear this kind of energy. And I think it's important that people not only learn about relationships and what makes things work, but that they learn from people who are making it work every day, who are in happy and healthy relationships. And anyone who knows you two knows that you all are four people. Your husband, wife, boyfriend, and girlfriend. So I'm going to toss that to you all. Y'all take the screen and let us know, what is this husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend thing, and how does it keep your life alive and your spice of life in the relationship?
Okay, so the boyfriend and girlfriend, I don't think it's something that we selected. I truly believe that it's just something that stayed where it begun. We met roller skating, traveling to international skate parties. And so when we met and we started dating on weekends, of course, we were boyfriend and girlfriend. So I actually believe I held on to it more than he did because even after we became husband and wife, he still continued to date me. We could be out to dinner and he would just take on this whole character of this boyfriend. Or if I would say something crazy to him, he'd be like, now hold on, I'm not your husband. I'm your boyfriend. And so it just works. And so with our older children, it completely grosses them out. The adult children, they think that it's the nastiest thing. But our 13-year-old son, who doesn't know any different, automatically knows during the week they're husband and wife. On the weekend, they are boyfriend and girlfriend. So it just stayed.
I love it. Let me ask you a question because I like to get to the grit of things. Today, we're getting right to the most important stuff. How do you all deal with conflicts that come up between you all? What do you recommend people do when they're dealing with conflicts in relationships?
Um, the truth be told, he just does not feed into my fire. I am the hell raiser. I'm the one who I get mad about stuff, and I think we're an honest couple. He doesn't feed into me, but actually, in Love Roll Lifetime, if you don't have your copy, get your copy. You can get it from us if you're here locally, or you can get it on Amazon. We actually have 10 tips, and y'all forgive me for our dogs. We have somebody at the door, but we have 10 tips, and tip number one is actually shut up and listen. Okay, my husband's gonna get the dog, but sometimes our mouth gets us in trouble. And so our tip number one in our book is shut up sometimes and listen. Get in your cage.
I love it. And to continue to talk it out. And now Demetrius, I was going to ask him a tip on how he deals in those conflict situations and what leads him to.
Look, he's trying to get our dog under. We have a guest that has walked in the door, and so Duchess, who loves guests, is going crazy in the cage.
Hey, that's what I love about it because you all keep it real, and that's what's important.
We are real life everyday couples.
So, if coming out of quarantine, you all were quarantined together, y'all were locked into a space where you're looking out for each other aside from work. Y'all were doing what you needed to do. So, I want to get a word in from Demetrius, but it seems like he's doing a good job of controlling that dog.
We're going to switch. I'm going to be on dog detail. You got Demetrius.
All right, Demetrius, here we go. As a man who's holding it down in the family, what did you do to navigate quarantine together? And what are your plans? What do you recommend people do as we come out of quarantine to make sure they keep the love alive and communication alive in their relationship?
Well, it kind of like hold on, let me get in the camera. Can y'all see me?
I'll give you the
Well, to me it was like, hey, it was just everyday routine. Like nothing just changed. It was just more of a more time, you know what I'm saying, to even just to spend and have with the family, just in general. As far as like just just sitting around, movie time or whatever, just embracing your the children. Uh, so that's pretty much what it was. And like I said, coming out of it, you just keep that same energy. And like I said, I think what quarantine did for a lot of us was uh, made us aware of the timing that we had been spending or having with our family or our loved ones. So I think it gave us kind of like a more of a strength to be able to focus and have more time on the family level.
I love it, man. I love it. Look, we're gonna go hold you, man. We're gonna let y'all get back to rallying in that space. But I want to thank you and Denise when she jumps back into the screen for taking the time to share a little bit and to give us those tips to continue to date, to not fuel the fire when the fire is there, to make sure that you shut up and listen. If we can do that, that's going to help a lot of people in relationships, whatever the relationship is, spending time with family in that space. We love you guys, man. Thanks for taking the time to share some of that wisdom from that relationship journey that you've been on. We love you, and we'll see you soon.
Okay, brother.
All
Love
right,
y'all.
peace and blessings. All right. We love it, man. Real life. Anything you got with Demetrius and Denise is always real life, just so that you know that you live in a real life too. So we're excited about that. We've got the tips on the wisdom of societal intersectionality with race. We've got relationships, and now we deal with something that is also important. Those of you who have children, what to do with your children during the summer. I'm pleased to welcome back our resident urban education specialist. He is the Des Lee Endowed Chair of Urban Education at the University of Missouri, St. Louis. We're excited to have him back here as one of our Distance Infinity folks, Dr. Jerome Morris. Can you hear me, good brother?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me? Is that
Yes,
good?
sir. We can see and hear you. You look great, man. You look
Great,
great.
man. Thank you. Glad
I
to
like
be
to
here.
remind people, man, send love to Mary. I know y'all got guests in town and
Definitely.
you're hosting people, so I'm not gonna keep you long, but I appreciate you taking the time out to come in and share some tips on what we should do with our children for the summer. We came out of quarantine. Many people were on virtual learning platforms. There are arguably people who are behind because of the virtual learning and having to adjust on the fly and then have a year of missing school. Let's talk briefly from your perspective. You and Mary have been successful homeschoolers, both of your children, one at Washington University, one now a rising sophomore and student senator at Stanford University. So you've done a great job making sure that your children were successful and grown to adulthood. What are some things that we can do, that parents can do as small children, to help make their kids successful over the summer break?
Thank you for those questions. Thanks for the opportunity, Brother Jeff, Rev Jeff, for allowing me to really say a few words to everybody, the Infinity Fellow, the Infinity family. So really honored to hear, great to hear everybody and see everybody else, the two presenters before me. So, but what I want to do, I know you wanted me to talk about like 3 points. And I have 3 points, somewhat long points, but I have 3 points. But the first point really is that it's important for us to remember who we are. That's the first part in terms of educating ourselves and then living together and then growing together. So I'm going to highlight those 3 things, remembering who we are, living together, growing together. Remembering who we are, though, I want us to think about this notion of education as a communal affair, as village center. I always talk to my students about, when we think about education today, we have a tendency just to think about this modern sense of schooling and not treat it as something humans have done for eons. So education before this modern system we're in was communal, it was family oriented, it was familial. It was familiar. It was always centered within the family, the village, the community. So that's the first thing. Du Bois talks about that in 1933 in a speech he gave at Fisk University on the field and the function of the Negro College. We talked about how people sat with the elders and learn at the feet of the elders what education was about, how to really reproduce who they were, how education should center them in their families, center them within their experiences, center the tribe. And he said back then that there could be no sense of an uneducated person. So the first part, think of education as communal. And in order to do that, we have to reclaim our stories of who we are as a people. And I just want to show you, as Brother Rev Carr just said, this is how we did it as a family. Mary and I. And we have two children, Amadi and Kamal. One of the things we did, you can do this by interviewing your grandparents or your parents and helping your children to learn about your family stories. I am writing a book that weaves my family into it. It's a book about a community I grew up in, Birmingham. It's called Central Cities Blues. But it's really about understanding who we are and bringing family into this conversation. Tell your children about your childhood. I think about this when our children had projects we gave them, and we had them to interview their grandparents. And they did reports on their grandparents. And these were projects that Mary and I really encouraged them to do. It was wonderful learning about them. You think you know a lot, but you really don't know much about them. One of the things we do too, in terms of how we do it, in terms of remembering and understanding who we are, is read as a family together. And when you read as a family together, you'll learn together. And so education is a family process. Two major books, two very important books that we read. And I just want to say this, our children love historical fiction. You know, they love stories about children that center children, but they love the fiction piece about it in terms of, you know, taking them into fantasy, but they love it being grounded in history and facts. And so two wonderful books that I suggest anybody, one of the first books is a great book called Copper Sun by Sharon Draper. And it focuses on a Black girl named Amari and her brother named Kwesi. Our children gravitated to their book because our daughter's name is Amadi and our son's name is Kamal Kwesi. But they're growing up in a village in Africa, and it begins in a beautiful village. So it begins with, we were a community. We had family until they were snatched and captured and placed in this transatlantic slave trade. So that's a powerful book I suggest. Copper Sun by Sharon Draper. Another book, One Crazy Summer by Rita Williams Garcia, focuses on three Black girls who traveled to Oakland in 1968 to visit their mother, who was a member of the Black Panther Party. I would tell you that the first and only female head of the Black Panther Party, Miss Elaine Brown. I don't know if many of you know of her, but a lot of people here are Huey P. Newton. But Elaine Brown is one of our children's godparents. And so they know Elaine Brown personally, who's come to visit us. We visited her. And so this was able to connect our children to a real person who was involved in the Black Panther Party. So all of it is about seeing yourself within this narrative. So that's the first part, reclaiming our stories, remembering who we are. So the second part I want to talk about, the second point is living together. And this is how we did it as a family. And what do we mean living together? You're growing up together, and these are things you can do throughout the year, but the summer especially. Grow a garden together. My wife Mary is a massive gardener. And so we would grow tomatoes, sunflowers, herbs, basil, very easy to grow, mint easy to grow, tomatoes easy to grow. It's important for the children to understand that you don't just go to a grocery store to go get food, you grow your food. And so you can grow food and then you shop together sometimes. And then ultimately you want to cook together and eat together. So living together is the second key point. Then the third point I want to talk about is growing together. And this is how we did it in terms of the whole notion of educating our children, educating ourselves. Take family walks in the park. I know you have Centennial Olympic Park there in Nashville. We have Forest Park here in St. Louis. Some people can go to Central Park in New York. The other thing in terms of growing together is visit local historic sites. You don't have to go all the way out of town. Nashville was the center of the civil rights movement. St. Louis has been a key place in the civil rights movement. Birmingham, where I grew up in, was a battleground of the civil rights movement. Just stay there and visit those places. Take your children. You'll be amazed that sometimes people can be in a city for years and never go to the local places there in those cities. Third, another part is play games together as a family, work out together as a family, go to the gym, go walking, running, just working out together. And the final thing I want to say is a lot of times people think this is the only way you work out is play organized sports. But organized sports has a place. But what I want you to do is to try to play together. And Jeff, you got a whole number of children, you and Kanika.
Yeah, we can all
Y'all
play
can
very well.
play games together. So those are the three things that I want to leave you with is one, remembering who we are as a way of engaging in the summer, living together, and growing together. So those are the three key pieces I want to share to the Infinity family. I hope that was helpful. And I know I kind of gave you an outline, but
that was great.
It's important for people to get it like that.
No, that was great, man. I mean, you put it in perspective in a very, very powerful way, and it was the way that we needed to hear it. So thank you for that. Let me ask you something before you go, Dr. Morris, man, because here's a default space. If some people didn't take the notes fast enough, of course they can watch it on the replay. But fill in this sentence. If you do nothing else with your children this summer, fill in the blank.
Read with them during the summer. Read together as a family. Read together as a family. Don't just put it upon your children. The girl, boy, you go in there and find a book and read. No, read together and learn together. And if you read together and learn together, you don't have to write anything. You don't have to do a whole bunch of things. You will become educated. You always remember when people think about like becoming a lawyer, back in the day, folks read the law. They read it. They didn't just like have people teaching them. They read. And so reading is fundamental, as LeVar Burton would say on Reading Rainbow.
Absolutely. Hopefully he'll say it on Jeopardy, man, if they go ahead and act right.
He's an outstanding, brilliant person.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Well, speaking of outstanding and brilliant, man, we appreciate you joining us today and helping us make today's service a special, special space, man. Send love to Mary, to the family, to Kamal, to Amadi, and to all the relatives in town, man. We'll look forward to having you around again soon.
Brother, it's great to be here. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Yes, sir.
Take care, everybody.
Blessings, man.
Peace.
All right. Everybody take a deep breath in with me on that. Exhale to release. We promised you there was going to be some special stuff going on Fifth Sunday, and we've had an amazing service today. We've had an amazing array of practical spiritual tools that you can use. And if there are people out there who are saying, well, how did we get this? What are we doing? Guess what? It all fits together. To be empowered, to be in a space where you understand spirituality is about action. When we talk about those four principles here at Infinity, spirituality, nurturing, action, and proof, spirituality getting in touch with the discipline that it takes to provide a practice. Discipline is not a bad thing. Discipline is simply telling yourself you're going to do something and following through. Do you love yourself enough to follow through on your dreams? I know you do, because that's the real person that's inside of you today. So for those of you who are moving toward a space of understanding larger society and how to interact with it and how to move ourselves to a space of equality, you got a taste of that. To those who have felt the movement in your body and the expression that can come about as a result of tapping into your talent, you got a taste of that. To those of you who felt the song in your heart and you want to share it with the world, you got a taste of that. For those of you who are looking to build and maintain long-lasting, healthy relationships, you got a taste of that. For those who are pouring into their kids this summer, you got a taste of that. And not just a celebratory taste, but a practical taste. How to manifest these things. So we speak these things and more into your life. And I'm grateful that everyone who shared today on some level is a part of the Infinity Fellowship. What awesome folks we got in this space. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you, for everyone who shared, for everyone who shared at home, for everyone who has been a part of the vibration space today. We're going to ask that as we close today, go ahead and close your eyes for a second. Go ahead and allow the breath to enter into your body as we seal this divine space today in gratitude. We give thanks, Divine Spirit, for the words that were shared today, for the dances, for the songs, for the music, for the memories, for the standing ovations, for those who boldly came before us and demonstrated how they do it. We speak on this Fifth Sunday that this is how we do it now. This is how we do it tomorrow. This is how we continue to live and to manifest. We walk forward with no doubt. We walk forward with no fear. We walk forward into the greatest life that we could ever manifest. So I'm speaking brand new open doors for everyone uncovered under the sound of my voice right now. I'm speaking recovery. I'm speaking re-emergence. I'm speaking putting their mark on the world and shining so that others have a permission to shine too. Thank you for the gifts represented today. Thank you for the love energy in this space today. We speak that it covers those who have heard and felt live and on the replay. They recognize that this is who we are. This is how we do it. And so it is in gratitude. Amen. Amen. Hotep, Shalom, Namaste, Ashe. Deep breath in. Feel all that love. Let it all out into the world. Y'all remember in Infinity, we absorb that energy and we just kind of hold it in our hearts and then we just fling it around the room and we send that energy around there. Come on, we're sending it around now. So wherever you are, you just wave your hands in every direction your fingertips shoot. You speak blessings and power. We're going to connect this web of energy around the world. It's going to last you not just today, but through this week and everything beyond, because we're feeling it like that. This is how we do it. So if our hearts and minds are clear and we walk forward into this space that awaits us, we're going to sing us on out of here. Where the girls? They're going to sleep out there. I don't know where they're at, but they're going to be all right. So we invite you to sing along with us as we prepare. Special thanks to Sister Kenitha Carr, Sister Alicia Hamer, ran a great service today, Sister Rosetta Cash, Brother Shabazz Ujima, Dr. Greg Carr, Demetrius and Denise Knowles, Dr. Jerome E. Morris, and of course the Carr girls. So we invite you, sing along with us, to each of you who are infinite streamers. As we raise our voices together, we speak the peace, love, and joy, and the power that is in the world right now, knowing that all is well. We invite you to sing with us. We're going to put the words up on the screen. Really quite a simple song. Join us. We say, if today is a brighter day, and we are on our way, then we can begin to heal ourselves again. Oh, we remember yesterday. And yet today's the day. God's reminding me to look at you and see family. Across all lines. Sing it with us. If today's a brighter day and we are on our way, then we can begin to heal ourselves again. Oh, we remember yesterday, and yet today's the day. God's reminding me to look at you and see family.
God's reminding me.
God's reminding me to look at you and see family.
God's
We speak that the God of your acceptance and understanding rest, rule, rock, and abide with you. Henceforth in this moment, now and forevermore, we sing and seal it together. Amen, amen, Hotel Shalom, Namaste, Ashe. Till we talk to you this time next week, first Sunday, y'all, Spirit Sunday next week. It's going to be off the charts. Make sure you check, subscribe, like, and the replay, and we will see you soon. Until I talk to you again, this has been Rev Jeff Obafemi Carr reminding you that when you get this information and put it into your brain, it does become knowledge. When you get the knowledge and put it into action, that's when it becomes wisdom. Y'all be wise. We love you, and there's nothing you can do about it.